Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat, lalo na sa ating mga estudyante na nahihirapang gumawa ng isang reaction paper. Ngayong araw na ito ay tuturuan ko kayo kung paano gumawa ng isang magandang reaction paper. Ano nga ba ang reaction paper? When we say reaction paper, this is a form of paper writing in which the writer expresses his ideas and opinions about what has been read or seen. Bale, ang reaction paper ay isang tool na ginagamit sa isang class settings or sa isang klase para i-encourage ang mga students to think critically about sa kanilang nabasa or nasaksihan. Unlike sa paggawa ng summary, ang reaction paper should contain your own thoughts on the problem na nakadiscuss sa original na konteksto. Also, it aims to show your professor how deep your understanding in the situation is and how well you use your analytical skills. So, paano nga ba gawin ang isang reaction paper? A good reaction paper consists of four main parts: the introduction, body, conclusions, then lastly is the list of citation and sources. First is the introduction. The introduction is the face of your paper, and therefore, as a writer, you have to make sure that it looks attractive and increases the urgency of the reader to proceed to your body paragraphs. Yun na nga, since ang introduction section ay yung mukha ng iyong reaction paper, kaya dapat lagyan mo ito ng extra attention para makuha ang interest ng mga reader. Ang una mong gawin dito sa introduction is you must introduce the event in the first sentence of your introduction. Give the name of the event and some basic information about it, such as time and place of the event. Kung ito ay book or journal, you should describe the author and the paper you are analyzing. Second is, you should write at least 3 to 4 sentences about the original text and close the introduction section with your thesis, which will be discussed in the later in the paper. Third is, you must make sure your statement is brief and straight to the point, because you will need to get back to it over and over again through your paper. Bali, you will just write a small bit about of the event itself in a description. For instance, if you are reacting to a movie or book, then explain what it is. If you're reacting to a speech or something else you witness, like a rally or protest march, then explain that as well. Ang pangalawang part ng isang reaction paper is the body. Body is the main section where all the ideas of the essay are explained. In your body paragraphs, you should start each one with topic sentence. Bale, ang ilalagay mo dito sa body is you need to say what the evidence is. You need to write down your thoughts on the main ideas of the paper backed with appropriate quotes and sources. Second is, give a concrete example of the evidence. Yun na nga, sa pagkasulat mo ng idea sa yung reaction paper, you need to provide or appropriate quotes with certain sources. Then, panghuli, tell why the evidence is important. Ang third part ng yung reaction paper is the conclusion. In conclusions, you should link your thesis statement with a summary of the ideas in the paragraphs. Bali, dapat mong i-reconnect ang iyong introduction sa inyong conclusion. Then, you need to summarize the events because ang conclusion is a brief statement that contains information on your thesis and main ideas, which were shaped throughout the work. Then you can also refer to the target audience and impact these conclusions may have on the society. Then lastly, you must leave memorable message for the reader. The last part of your reaction paper is the list of citation and sources. When writing your reaction paper, you must include references for the sources you used in your paper. Also, it persuades the reader the sources used should be reliable and scholarly.